Hey everybody, I'm John. I collect cards. Hope you're all doing well. It is Thursday, October 26th. Amazing. We're 5 days to Halloween. Hard to believe. Um, this is a VR, going to be a short one. VR for John Wade Boggs fan who asked us to pretty much do the impossible. He asked us to whittle down our entire collection to one card. If we had to part with everything that we have, and we could only have one card in our collection, if I understand the request right for the VR, I think that's it. What card would it be? That was a challenge to be quite honest, and an interesting one though to do. And I thought about it for off and on for the last few days. I know he's getting close to the deadline here, so I wanted to get this in. And one of the cards that I would have to say farewell to in this challenge would be my one and only Wade Boggs autograph, which I thought I'd share in this video. This pretty cool Topps Chrome Platinum anniversary from last year, the 1952 design. This one's numbered to 25. I actually pulled it out of a pack, so it's pretty cool. It's my only auto of Wade Boggs, and it was a pretty nice one. So definitely a keeper. He was one of my dad's favorite Red Sox while I was growing up in the 80s. He also liked Dwight Evans. He was a big Dewey fan, but he did like Boggs quite a bit. But Boggs is going to have to go in this challenge, along with every other card I have in my collection but one. And after thinking about it for a while, it had the card I've settled on is not a no-brainer, but it definitely makes sense for me. Now, I'm a Yankees fan. I grew up a Yankees fan. I'm from New York. I live in Michigan now. I've lived in Michigan for over a decade, and I stayed, as loyal as I can. As hard sometimes as it can be to stay loyal to your New York teams, follow them, or my local teams, I should say. Local teams for me now are, you know, 800 miles away or whatever. But, um, the my dad and my grandfather, his dad, were most definitely not Yankees fans, and they were New York Giants fans. Many moons ago. My dad went to the Polo Grounds for, he would tell us this. My brother and me, growing up as kids, he went to the Polo Grounds a number of times. They moved when he was 12, going on 13. So, formative years definitely were, rooting for those 50s Giants, two pennant winners, one World Series champion. Now, he would often talk about Orlando Cepeda. He liked Orlando Cepeda quite a bit when they moved to San Francisco because he and my grandfather did root for them for a few years in the in between time when there was just one New York team and there's no way they're going to root for the Yankees. So they did follow San Francisco Giants for several years, and eventually my grandfather sort of gravitated to the Mets. And I think my dad was still kind of like finding his way for a new team to root for as the 60s progressed. And finally, the 67 Red Sox year was it that impossible dream? I think is that what that sort of years called for the Red Sox. And that classic four-way AL pennant race that went down to the last day. Kind of gravitated toward the Red Sox, and he did like Carl Yastrzemski. And so I only knew him as a Red Sox fan. But they were Giants fans before that, and I have to think I probably would have been as well if they stayed in New York. So let's just get right to my card. Here's the one card that I would have to keep in my collection. That's my 1954 Topps Willie Mays. This one happens to be graded by SGC in a 3 VG. I love this card. I picked it up fairly early on in my quest to complete the 1954 Topps set, which I did manage to complete last year. I've only been back in the hobby for 3 years or so. I'm the one of the thousands who were out for a while and came back during the pandemic. So, but I kind of, I was when I was out of the hobby, when I found my way out of the hobby in the early 90s, and when I'm saying early 90s, I mean like 91, 92. 1991 Topps is the last set I remember actively buying packs for, and I did really like the design, the design of that set quite a bit actually. But so it was 28, 29 years or so as terms of me really being out of the baseball card hobby. And now that I'm back in, it's not like I'm making up for lost time, I don't think, but I've just rediscovered a part of, me, I guess, that has been really fun to explore. It's been nice to have this hobby, and then see it evolve on multiple levels, starting my own YouTube channel just because I felt like I needed to share my passion for cards, like probably everyone who's watching this video who's created a channel has done as well. So, anyway, 54 Topps. New York Giants won the World Series that year. Willie was the NL MVP. And this card just kind of represents, for me, um, generational connections, but also, in a sense, that magical time in New York, New York City in the 50s with the Yankees, Giants, and Dodgers pretty much winning a pennant every year, one of them, if not both. And many times it was both in terms of both leagues. So it's just a great card. It's got such a great smile in this, and an awesome little batting pose too next to him. So it's background's cool, and just it's my second favorite set next to 1978 Topps, and that's only because 78 Topps is my first set that I ever collected. So this is the one card that I would hold on to. So Willie, you're my, you're it. So that's my VR here for you, John. I was happy to take part in this, and I've watched a few other videos also take a part in this, and I'm hoping to watch a couple more before the VR deadline comes. So I know that's coming up real soon. But thanks again for the opportunity, and I will see you all on my next video. Take care.